Hello my chums, welcome back to another video. I am currently sitting in an Airbnb, but I thought I would take this opportunity just to wrap up 2023 and give you some insight into what we're doing in 2024, because there's some exciting stuff coming up. So what did we achieve in 2023? The first thing we kicked off with in 2023 was actually the SCSA Taipan review. A lot of people were like, oh, don't go too harsh on that because, you know, it'll wreck your channel and, you know, you'll get a bad reputation. And I was like, you know what, I'm just going to give my honest feedback on this rifle because I didn't want people to rush out and buy something and then be upset that they bought something bad. Now, obviously with that rifle, there were good rifles and bad rifles. I can only report on what I get. The one that I got was a bad rifle. Now I feel very sorry for Jeff, who owns the rifle, well owned, because he got rid of it now, because he was super excited about that rifle because he was shooting IPSC rifle competition. He had a 76-15 for a bit. He tricked it out with all the mag pull gear. It was actually working pretty well for him, but then he saw this Taipan and he was like, you know what? I think this is an excellent opportunity to upgrade from his 76-15. So he sold it with the purpose of buying the Taipan. Now, I sort of indicated to him that maybe he should not sell the 76-15 until he buys the Taipan and make sure it's good, but he was like, no, I've seen all the pre-production stuff, I've seen them prototype it, I've heard other people in IPSC get hands-on with it, and they reckon it's really, really good. Now, we bought it, we immediately did that review and realised that that particular rifle was a lemon. Now, it wasn't just a lemon for the things that I put in that review, it was a lemon for other reasons as well, which I said that I wasn't going to publicly disclose, but there was a plethora of things on that. Now, that's not an issue because you can just send it back and get it fixed, right? The issue we had with the SCSA where they were very bad at communicating. Now, I think they're a lot better now, but at the time, they must have been getting bombarded with a lot of feedback and a lot of warranty issues. They were not communicating with us correctly. I wrote a 4 or 5 page report on all the issues with that rifle and how to fix the issues with the rifle, sent that to them, and they didn't even acknowledge the fact that I had done it in the first place. Now, if someone's going to give you something for free, particularly, you know, a 5-page bloody report with pictures included and all the works and jerks, at least say thank you. That would have been nice. But anyway, that's how we kicked off 2023, was with the SCSA Taipan review. Now, that actually worked in my favour because I got a lot of people approaching me after that review. So all the people who said, don't do it, you know, you can't be seen slamming an Australian product, that's very bad for business, actually worked out to be very good for business. Looking at some analytics over the whole entirety of 2023, over 500,000 views, like 36,000 watch hours. So just so you know, watch hours is kind of how you get your money, kind of thing. Well, not really, it's kind of how you get your money. So the longer the watch hours, the better your channel performs, which means the more offers you'll get from other people to have ads, essentially, on your paid product placement, is kind of how that works. So the better your watch hour time, the better it will look to companies who want to come to you and say, like, hey, do you want to fucking have an ad for Raid Shadow Legends on your video? Because you don't actually get paid that much through YouTube. As you can probably see on the screen here, I've revenued $1,600 over a year. So, you know, I don't really do it for the pay because you can't live off $1,600. And particularly when you earn as much as I earn in my normal jobs, that is fuck all. So that doesn't really affect me. Now, my goal for 2023 was to go from, I had just under 3,000 followers and I wanted to get to 4,000 followers by the end of the year. I went up nearly 3,500 subscribers. So that is absolutely awesome. And for all of you who have subscribed, thank you very much. You really have helped the channel out because the more subscribers you have, it essentially gives you social worth, right? It's like you look at the fucking Kardashians, horrendous humans, absolutely horrendous humans. But they have heaps of followers on social media, therefore people approach them with deals, give them free stuff. It's kind of like if you're already rich, people will give you more money. It's kind of stupid, but that's just how the world works, particularly when it comes to social media. So, by boosting the social worth, i.e. putting the subscriber amount up, it actually means that more companies will come to me to showcase their products. For those of you who don't know, and the reason why YouTube is such a big thing for firearms and hunting kind of paraphernalia is Google runs pretty much the whole of the internet. All of the Silicon Valley nerds do not like gun-related content, so therefore advertising, if you're a gun company, let's say you're an Australian gun manufacturer, running Google ads is very hard for a firearms place, a gun shop, whatever. So what they do is they then approach influencers or social media types to do their advertising for them in the form of a review, an overview, a product placement, whatever. So the higher your subscriber count is, the more companies are going to approach you to do content for them. That's just how it works across the world. They do it in America, they do it in Europe, they do it here in Australia. Then some companies will pay you to do reviews. Now, typically most people will state that this is a paid review, this is a paid product placement. Normally you have a little icon on the YouTube video if it is paid, although not everyone does that. And I know there are a few YouTubers in Australia who do put products on it that they have been paid for and don't tell you that they've paid to give you that video. Now, sometimes you can get paid more to not say that it's a paid ad, because then it comes across as genuine, and then, people think it is genuine. So I'm not even going to throw names out there, but there are a couple of people out there who do that, just so you know. So what does this lead into? So what I've managed to grow in 2023 leads me into what I'm able to do in 2024. Product placement / doing reviews for people. Now, I do not get paid to do these reviews. These are companies that have approached me to show you their products. Now, some of these products I do get to keep. Some of these products I review them and send them back to the manufacturer. Some of these are ones that approach me. Some of these I've just been hounding people's inboxes of like, can I review your gear? Because I just want to make content, right? I enjoy making content. I like showing you things. I like expressing my opinions about things. So I did a review on a one leaf night sight a few months ago. They've approached me and they've got a new one. It's a 4K, like proper night sight. So it's very similar to like the ATN that I reviewed a couple of years ago. Brunite is sending me a weapon light. It's like a dual light that goes on like a top mounted pick rail on a rifle. I'm still going through reviewing that Discovery Optics scope. Now, I've done a video specifically on that Discovery Optics scope. I'm continuing to use that on my long-range varmint rifle. I think that scope is absolutely amazing. I'm going to continue using that, so you're going to see update videos about that scope. I think that scope's good. I'm going to keep on showing it. There's another company that's approached me about an e-bike that I can ride around for hunting and whatever. I think Hunting with Stu has something very similar, if not the same product. He seems to enjoy it. I think I'll enjoy it, considering walking for me is a hard thing to do. What else have I got? I've got a couple of small Australian companies sending me some stuff to review to show you guys. Now, obviously, I don't make money off that. I really want to throw back to the small Australian companies, or just companies. They're dudes in their backyards or their garages making things. I think that's awesome. I think we need more Australian small business and more Australian entrepreneurs. I think that's great. So I'm going to be showing off a lot more small Australian business stuff. We have, so no doubt you've heard about the Eureka Stockade. I am potentially going to get my hands on one of those rifles, a pre-production to show you what the rifle's like before it goes into production. Talking with them, so hopefully that comes through. One thing that came out of that SCSA Type N review is, as you would know from this year or from 2023, Wedgetail sent me a rifle to review. Now, obviously, I sent that rifle back. I couldn't keep it, which is unfortunate because it's a really nice rifle. That MPR 308 is fantastic. I sent an email to Warwick and said, hey, do you want me to review anything? I would gladly take one of your rifles and review it. The funny thing was, Scott from Warwick went, I know who you are, because I kind of gave a spiel of like, hey, this is who I am. He's like, I know who you are. I saw your review on the Taipan. Yes, I will send you a rifle. So they're doing a new pump action rifle. So instead of a straight pull with a Faber kit, they're getting rid of the Faber kit idea and making it all in-house. So it will be an internal pump rifle. I would assume they're keeping the side charging straight pull handle on the side. It's kind of their thing, so I would assume they're keeping that. But I'm going to get sent one of those rifles. I'm also going to be reviewing one of their jacketed muzzle brakes. I've really gone down the rabbit hole of jacketed muzzle brakes in the last few months, particularly since I had that Wedgetail in. I think they're a very good product in general terms, as in like not that particular brand's one. I think they're a good product particularly if you hunt with dogs and you have all like people adjacent to you, so you're throwing all your muzzle blast downrange as opposed to sideways with a brake. I think that's pretty good. So I'm going to look at one of those as well. Now there's a few other companies here and there that have thrown things or are going to let me review things, or the shout outs I'm going to do for other companies and whatever. So there's a few things going on in the YouTube space. In my personal life, I am going full-time gunsmithing. Now that's been a long process to go from not doing it part-time. The licensing was the longest thing. Moving into doing it full-time. I'm going to buy a house and move. There's a few other things happening. That's kind of later in the year though. So I started taking bookings for gunsmithing stuff for the start of the year. I'm already booked out for all of January and most of February. So that is actually really, really good. It's something I've always wanted to do, and to be able to say now, like, hey, I'm actually doing it, is good. I'm very happy about it. I'm completing my goals. In 2024, that's what I want to do, is complete more of my personal goals, and that's what I want you guys to do. If you want to go and learn how to, I don't know, pull an engine apart, you want to fucking learn how to ski or whatever it is, you want to go and shoot a rifle competition, you want to go and shoot a pistol competition, you want to learn a new skill, you want to do something, whatever it is, in 2024, make it your year, take it by the hair, give it a big pull, get into it, and I hope that you have a fantastic and productive 2024. That's enough rabbiting on from me. I'll see you next video, and hooroo.